So this is a hangman. He's not hanging by his neck, so he's hanging by his foot. That means it doesn't mean it means he's. It's like people think the hangman, they think, oh, it's someone dead, but this is someone that needs to do the work to get up there and cut himself free. But he's comfortable. See, he's all like, he's not stressed out at all. Now it can mean like waiting through a difficult situation. Uh, but I'm carrying it around with me now because I got some shit going on, and I need to cut myself free from. Uh, so for all the different meanings it could have, there's what how it applies to me in my life right now, and that's kind of where my brain is. So it's to remember the trap of complacency and the work needed to cut oneself free. Because like when the card's inverted like this, it means someone that can't cut themselves free, and then they are hanged. They're basically like they're not dead, but they're on the path. They're on that path. I think after the 12th card is 13. I think 13 is death. So that's why that progression happens. So card number 12, the Hanged Man. Either way, there's a like to get cut free. There has to be sacrifice. So that's where the death is. Either the death is a good thing, cutting something out, or the death is of like maybe your soul or something. I don't know. It's hot as fuck out here, and I had a relapse in bad habits, so that's why I'm carrying that. And I fucked up with my medication on it, and it's just I feel sick as fuck. Uh, feel pretty shitty about myself for that, and it's the longer I sit around and wallow over it, the more I'm just gonna keep feeling sick. Like I getting back out here and walking and stuff. What would be like easy and well, I mean, like, it's a struggle just to like wade through all the vegetation and stuff that normally I would enjoy doing. Just because like I don't feel right. Uh, but I knew I had to get out here because even in my mind's foggy too. They say like bad habits. How Elliot Halls put it. He said darken the intellect. So like I had all sorts of ideas, and I was gonna do for the YouTube channel and other opportunities, and it's all sort of gone now. So it's like you fall off the path, and then you got to find your way back on. But finding it back on, it's like when you're on the path, it's like, oh, I see the light, and then you fall off, and you're just like what, like where is. So I came out here not really knowing what I was gonna do. I got the tarps I needed, so I can make progress. But yeah, I just didn't want to overthink it. Like, oh, like I gotta have everything just right. It's just a matter of just come out here and try to set some shit up. So right now I just got to my spot, and I have to think: do I want to make this my spot, or do I want to explore further out where I haven't quite explored? But I don't want to spend I don't want to spend like the whole time out here like just doing one, just exploring, because then I feel like I made no progress. So I'm gonna explore around a little bit. The main thing is I need to get that last stuff out, and that's what the tarps were needed for. So I don't have to like I can crash in an abandoned building. I just can't drag all my shit in and out of an abandoned building. Um, I carry it with me everywhere I go. So that's the main thing, is I need to set up for that. That's not too hard. But if I start setting up a proper spot, like I hear voices, it's kind of far off. I'll start walking. I don't like sitting still anyways when I'm talking. Unless I had to take a break. Or, well, when I got to my spot and I had to sit down because, I don't know, it's like 90 degrees earlier. It's a little late in the evening now. So it's not as hot as it was. And normally the heat doesn't bother me. Like, I love the heat. But it's basically, like, I'm all fucking hungover, basically. And it was really, really upsetting. I mean, it's like, the West is really, don't want to demonize, like the West is really satanic. But I don't want to demonize, like, philosophical Satanists, because they're probably not bad people. Like they're not gonna fall into things like addiction and shit because they see that as beneath them. Like, they're probably actually really good about handling their shit as far as, like, not being mindless consumers. But it's like really satanic. Like that. Like, I want to, like, the thing, like, I gotta get the fuck out the West or out of the first world, because like I can't even listen to it. Like, I can't listen to music without ad. Everything's ads. There's so many ads around, and like they're degenerate. They're degenerate as fuck. TV is degenerate as fuck. So I don't want to, like, have this issue again, though. So I'm getting into sharpening knives, and that's because really, like, the only thing that, like, the one clear thought I had, like, is like wow, I fucked up, like, was the Yakuzuka Yakuzuka. I can't say it. Hopefully they won't come kill me, right? The Japanese mafia. Their ways of dealing with this sort of, like, deep sort of shame or regret over a fuck up, which is like you chop off the tip of your pinky finger, like right here, and if you fuck up again, a little more. If you're a really bad fuck up, then you start on the, like, and I fucking mean it. So, like, so I did think, like, what's the tool? Like, I have to use a knife, and it's gonna have to be sharp. Like, normally for, like, just like, if I'm cutting a branch or something, or I get in a fight and I have to, like, I'm fighting someone off, whatever, like, the knife don't have to be, like, perfectly sharp. But since, like, this is a legit thing, this is basically an oath I've given myself. So I'm not going to fuck up again, or if I do, I'm going to pay a very, very severe consequence. And, like, I have an utter, like, I was listening to Disturbed earlier. It was hard to find, because, like, music helps you mental, but then it's like, for some reason I was able to find a Disturbed album, and I was able to listen to it pretty much in its entirety without a bunch of ads. But I do remember the thing is saying sanctify your hate or something like that. Like my hatred is it's deep. It's like my love. My hatred is deep, and I welcome it, and I fully embrace hatred of my enemies. And my enemies include, like, the degenerates that would take me, that would poison my soul. I wish they would not be on Earth anymore by one means or other. Because I'm not in that mode of, like, not in that mode of feeling it. I do have that hatred. I absolutely would push the nuke button just to, like, have nukes drop everywhere, just because it's like the world needs to be flooded anyways. But I just need to get the fuck out the first world, and I need to get away from. I need to get out of this culture. Like, it's a culture that celebrates fucking, like, it's hard to talk about. I'm not so much focused on my hatred of, like, outwardly, because right now I just need to focus on myself. I need to focus on doing something positive. Get my bearings back. Continue on self-improvement, and get myself the fuck out of this land that the people worship. You can't say like oh, like, you think that there's something culturally wrong with the West. It's people will just freak the fuck out. Like, what could ever be wrong? But like if you play video games all day, every day, and that's just your life goal, like, that's not okay. And there's people I care about that do that. Said they don't care about them. I care about them. The point that I would try to guide them away from that, like, that sort of thing. But they're not having it. So I've got my thing, and I understand. I'm not gonna try to defend it. I'm trying to say it's okay. I know it's horrible and bad. I know it's designed to be addicting and compulsive. And the people that design it to be such, I mean, I wish their legs would break. Break a leg, eh? And I should have had a lot more content put out there. I was in the, like I'm hitting that point where I'm starting to like get into the groove of making videos, or have like some idea of what direction to go in. And now, like, a lot of that it's out of, like, I can't envision it no more. I lost it. So that's why I had a couple days, and now I gotta break this streak by getting back out here. And it's not enough just to say, like, I'm not gonna do this. I gotta have severe consequences if I do fuck up again.